She was my only child, my pride, my joy, the little girl I had poured my whole heart into. From the moment she wobbled through her first steps to the day she nursed her first broken heart, I was right there. I took extra shifts, skipped holidays, and shelved my own dreams so she could have anything she wished for. When she got engaged, my heart swelled with pride. I promised her I'd cover every expense of the wedding, no matter how much it cost. To me, it was the least I could do. Never once did I imagine she'd shut me out entirely. At first, the changes were small. She stopped asking what I thought about the dress or the decor, telling me her future in-laws had everything under control. I didn't take offense. All I wanted was for her to be happy. But soon, the distance between us became impossible to ignore. Our phone calls became fewer, and when we did speak, she sounded distracted, almost distant. I told myself it was just the stress of wedding planning. Meanwhile, I kept wiring money for the venue, the caterer, the flowers, tens of thousands of dollars without hesitation. Then, by chance, I heard from a mutual friend that I wasn't even invited to the wedding. I was frozen in disbelief. Surely, there had been a mistake. I called her immediately, but she didn't answer. Hours later, a short text appeared on my phone. "It's better if you don't come. It'll be easier for everyone." I stared at those words, my hands trembling. My heart felt as if it had been ripped apart. I had given her everything, and somehow ended up here. The days that followed blurred into sleepless nights and meals left untouched. It felt like I'd been erased, reduced to nothing but a bank account. My mind kept looping the same question. What had I done to deserve this? Then, while going through the paperwork, I realized something. Every contract, every booking, every payment was under my name. I still held the power to change it all. This wasn't about revenge. It was about heartbreak. If she truly wanted a wedding without me, then she would have to do it without my money as well. One by one, I made the calls. The venue, cancelled. The catering, refunded. The photographer, the DJ, the florist, all released from their agreements. Some vendors were confused, others sympathetic. A few tried to talk me out of it, but I held my ground. 2 days before the wedding, my phone finally rang. It was her, crying, screaming, accusing. "How could you do this to me? You ruined everything." I let her speak, tears streaming down my face in silence. When she stopped, I asked quietly, "Why did you cut me out? Why act like I didn't matter?" She didn't answer. She simply hung up. The day her wedding was meant to take place came and went. I don't know if they scrambled together a small ceremony or postponed it. All I know is that the silence between us stayed. She never called. She never wrote. My home, once filled with the laughter of a little girl who used to run into my arms and call me her hero, felt painfully still. People judged me. Friends said I went too far. But they didn't understand what it feels like to be erased after giving someone your entire heart. I didn't cancel that wedding out of malice. I did it out of pain. Months have passed. She still hasn't reached out. I've seen pictures online, her smiling with her new family, celebrating milestones, as if I never existed. I've cried more nights than I can count, wondering if I was wrong. But then I remember the crushing loneliness I felt when she turned her back on me. That kind of betrayal doesn't fade quickly. I still love her. I always will. But love doesn't mean letting yourself be walked over. I deserved to be there. And if cancelling the wedding was the only way to make her feel even a fraction of what I felt, then maybe it was worth it. Sometimes, the people we love most cut us the deepest. And sometimes, the only way to survive is to stop giving pieces of yourself to someone who never truly valued them.